Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Jeffrey Cooperstein here with you guys. On today's show, we're going to discuss the latest on Kyrie Irving, and Dirk Nowitzki got absolutely disrespected by Bleacher Report. Kyrie Irving's rehab is going well. We'll talk about it here in just a moment. But before we do that, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We have year-round Mavericks coverage on the latest Mavs rumors and analysis. Free agency and draft coverage, which you would know if you joined us. We were live for both free agency and the 2025 NBA draft. We do live watch parties like we did for the first summer league games when Cooper Flag was playing. So join the over 32,000 subscribers right here on the channel. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/MavsTV. All right, let's jump right into what Nico Harrison had to say. He went on NBA TV's broadcast during the Mavs Hornets Summer League game yesterday, and he was asked about Kyrie Irving, and he said this: Kyrie is ahead of schedule, but we kind of knew he would be because of the way he attacks his rehab. We don't want to rush it as much as he wants to rush it. And Kyrie is, of course, eager to get back on the court and help out this team. He signed that 3-year, $119 million contract extension with the Mavericks this offseason. Well, not an extension, but a new deal after he opted out and got his new 3-year contract. And the Mavericks need Kyrie back, and Kyrie wants to be back as soon as he can. Why do the Mavs need Kyrie? Simply stated, I think he's their best player. He's averaged over 25.5 points in his time in Dallas, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and shot almost 50% from the field and over 40% from 3. He's the leader both on and off the court for this team, and he's just super important to everything that the Mavericks are doing. When Kyrie is on the court, Jason Kidd has so many more options at his disposal. He can play Cooper Flag at the 2. He could play Kyrie alongside another guard like Klay Thompson or D'Angelo Russell. Just all of the options for the rotation open up completely, and he just brings so much more balance to this roster that the otherwise would not have. Like, I look at this roster with Kyrie. I currently have this as the projected starting lineup with Flag, Washington, Davis, and Lively. And then off the bench, you have Russell, you have Brandon Williams, you have Max Christie, you have Klay Thompson, you have Caleb Martin, you have Najee Marshall, you have Daniel Gafford. Like, this team is legitimately 10, 11 deep with Kyrie, and without him, the depth just takes a pretty big hit. Your scoring takes a pretty big hit, and you got to find a way to, kind of make up those points in the aggregate, make up those assists in the aggregate, which is why they tried to put Cooper Flag at point guard here in the Summer League to see if he can shoulder some of that load. And my guess is he's going to have to, because I don't think Kyrie will return until the 3rd week in February after the 2026 NBA All-Star break. There's just no sense in rushing this rehab. It would be 11 months from the injury if Kyrie were to return the 3rd week in February, and that just seems like the appropriate timeline for him to return. And hopefully, when they're in that stage in late February, the Mavericks are still in the thick of the Western Conference playoff race, and they're only getting a big added boost by returning number 11 to the lineup. Let's play an over-under game here on the show. 30 games played for Kyrie Irving this season. If you think it'll be more, type O for over. If you think it'll be under, type U for under. Let me know down there in the comment section. Give me your guesses down below. And while you're doing that, you can go get yourself a Kyrie Irving jersey right now when you head to chatsports.com/Kyrie. We have all sizes and colors available. Rep number 11. Hopefully when he's back on the court, he can do some special things for the Dallas Mavericks. When you use that link, chatsports.com/Kyrie, Fanatics will send us a part of the proceeds as well. So you're supporting the channel while going out and supporting Kai. Go get yourself a jersey right now at chatsports.com/Kyrie. That link will be in the comments and description of today's show. All right, we have to talk about this, and it just pissed me off when I saw this a couple of days ago. Bleacher Report's all-time rankings had Dirk Nowitzki number 18 all-time, and that's not the problem. The problem is they had Kevin Garnett 2 spots ahead of Dirk. Kevin Garnett at 16, Jokic at 17, Dirk at 18, followed by David Robinson and Dr. J. This is an absolute joke. And I know Dirk is always going to be compared to Kevin Garnett, and that's like the big debate surrounding Dirk is whether or not he's better than KG all time. If only we had some head-to-head evidence in order to completely just once and for all figure out who was better. Well, they had one playoff series against each other, and just look at what Dirk did to Kevin Garnett in this series. 33.3 points a game, 15.7 rebounds, 52.5% from the field, and 70 42.7% from three. The Mavs swept the Timberwolves in this series. It was a best of 5. The Mavs won 3-0. You're telling me that we have direct head-to-head evidence of both players in their prime. Dirk would have been 25 or 26, and same with Kevin Garnett. And you're saying that Dirk, not better than KG? I understand KG won a Defensive Player of the Year, won a championship with the Celtics, and I'm not saying he isn't a great player. There is no way, no shape or form that KG is better than Dirk Nowitzki. It's just not the case. And I just wish that this debate would go away. And I know it won't, because this is what NBA debates and NBA Twitter are all about. But Dirk's 21 years, all with the Mavericks, and the best championship this century, the Mavericks championship against the Miami Heat in 2011, is the undisputed best, most ethical, pure ring that there has been in the last 25 years, at least. That alone, I think, puts Dirk ahead of Kevin Garnett. I don't think it's particularly close. Look, I think KG is a great player. He's a Hall of Famer for a reason. He built that big three with Ray Allen and Paul Pierce over there in Boston, went along to Brooklyn, and ended up finishing his career with Minnesota again. But I can't put Kevin Garnett ahead of Dirk. It just doesn't exist to me. So I'm going to re-rank these 5 here. And you can let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments. I'm still going to put Jokic at 3. I think Jokic at the top, When it's all said and done, I think Jokic is going to be in the top 15, maybe even the top 10. The guy is just absolutely unbelievable. He's an offensive force from center, of the likes of which we frankly never seen. He's got 3 MVPs now, Coley. He's got 3 MVPs now, including a back-to-back. He's one of the best players of the modern era. And I absolutely love him, and I'll rank him ahead of Dirk, and I have no problem doing that. I'll put Dirk, though, at 17, just behind Jokic, and I'll put him above the Admiral, David Robinson. We're forgetting about David Robinson. I'll take him over Kevin Garnett, too. And he won a couple of championships with the San Antonio Spurs. He was one of the best centers of his generation, in a generation with unbelievable centers, including Shaq, including Hakeem Olajuwon, and the like. And then I'll have KG at 19. I'm going to put Julius Irving down there at 20, even though he's an all-time dunker and a great player for the 76ers. I don't think he's better than any of these 4 guys. But I'm going to put David Robinson, Dirk Nowitzki, and Nikola Jokic ahead of Kevin Garnett. And I don't think it's particularly close, if I'm being quite honest with you. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me I'm an idiot down in the comment section. I just don't think it's close whatsoever. Better player all time. You guys let me know. Type 41 if you think it's Dirk. Type KG if you think it's Kevin Garnett. Like I said, I don't think it's even a conversation, and I can't believe we're having that conversation, but that's what mid-July does to you when the offseason has completely died out. Shout out to Adam Silver for being an absolute stiff. That will do it for today's show, guys. Appreciate you for tuning in to Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. We'll keep you covered with all of the latest Mavericks news and rumors. 2 Summer League games remaining. If anything crazy happens, you know where to find it.